Hey guys, back on this Ranger today. I'm going to go ahead and throw a fill pump in it. Just went ahead and went to O'Reilly's, just got one of these Master Pros. Throw one of these deals in there. Hopefully you got a good one. You never know with this stuff anymore. So started taking the bed or the cap, took the cap off, took the tailgate off, started to undo the wiring already. Had a little weather moving in. I'm going to try to get this knocked out. I'm just going to pull the bed instead of dropping the tank. It's just too much of a headache trying to drop the tank on this thing, it looks like. So figure 6 bolts, undo some wiring in the back, and boom, I can pull the bed off real simple. So I'm going to use the cherry picker while I got it here, and the engine hoist, and hopefully it'll go somewhat smooth. I'll try to set this thing up and capture some of it. So stay tuned. All right, got all the bed bolts out. Nice thing about an Arizona truck, no rust on those things. So you got 4 in the back here, and then you got 2 way up in the front. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to rig some kind of piece of wood or a bar or something across this bed. There's no tie down points in this thing in the corners anywhere. There's nothing to hook to on the bed. So I'm just going to maybe put a piece of wood across here and then hook the cherry picker to it and try to pull it up that way. I don't have to go up very far with it. I got a little bit of wiring to disconnect that's attached to the frame and the bed with those clips. So as I lift it up, I'll have to disconnect those. So I think I'll try that, see how that goes. So let me get going. All right, got this rigged up. I just got a bar cross between the bed rails. This thing doesn't quite go in far enough to grab it further forward, so I don't know, I'll give it a shot and see how it goes. Oh, I know what I forgot. I forgot the fuel filler. Okay, try that again. Feels like it's balanced really well. Let me get those clips off. That's off. Looks like I got them. All right, let me jack it up. Let me check that fuel filler. Yeah, that's clear. All right. It goes just a little bit more here. It's almost there though. I got enough room. Just got to get it over the tire. Looks good. There we go. All right. Well, that worked really well. All right, so there's the pump. I'm gonna disconnect it, try to get that locking ring off. Get this thing pulled apart. It's just sitting right on the tires right now on both sides, so it's good to go. I'm not worried about it at all. So let me get this changed. Blow this off. I'm just gonna make sure this thing looks like it's the same. Looks like it. I can take these locks off. Hopefully I have a remover for this. All right, I need a couple little screwdrivers, so let me go get those. Trying to do this without breaking the damn clips off. There we go. All right. That. Yeah, these things are broke, I think. Doesn't want to come out of there. Just feel them. I think it comes with new ones anyway, so I think I'm okay, but just in case, I'm trying not to break them. All right, there we go. All right, let me just gonna use a little lube on that. I don't think I need to. I think this thing's gonna. All right, tap this thing open. There she goes. All right, I'm gonna blow it off one more time. All right, that's it. Very nice and easy. Just one electrical plug. And then your feed and your return. Here's the old one. Pretty clean. No rust on this thing. Again, nice thing about an Arizona truck. Original Ford unit too, so. Sock looks pretty good. I don't see a lot of crap on it. Alright, got the new float. Instructions, we don't need those. I'll glance at them anyway. Alright, cool. New locking clips, locking ring. Snap that in there. Looks good. Of course, I have to prime it once I get it in there. Not a big deal. All right. Easy as that. Bring it back over there and throw it in. All right. Drop this thing in here. Got my O-ring on. I'm going to drop this O-ring down and get it in the groove first. Of course, I'm trying to hold this thing up with one hand and do that with another. Come on. Go. Oh, popped out. They don't give you much of a ridge for it to hold on to here, so. Okay, I'm really struggling on this thing here. It does not want to stay down at all. All right, I'm just going to put it in place. I'm going to try to hold it with one end of it. Let's see. Plan B. The slot in the tank is not deep at all. It does not want to hold it down. It's actually really frustrating. Okay, let me try something else. Let me just give this thing just a tiny stretch. One more time. That was really close. Thought about putting some grease on it, but I don't think it's going to hold it. Here, let me try that. Nope. I can see it over here. It's not laying all the way down in the groove, and I don't want to put the locking ring on it because it's not going to hold it down correctly. Wait a minute, I think I got it right there. Okay, that's it right there. Okay, now let me get the locking ring. I'm trying to keep pressure on this thing so it doesn't fly up on me. Make sure this thing is under all of those clips. All right, the O-ring looks good. It's definitely not as nice of a locking ring as the factory one, that's for sure. Okay, that's it. Goes off. Put your locks in. There we go. Wish this thing was bent a little differently. But it'll work. Oh, there we go. Easy to bend it. Cool. They didn't give me any dielectric grease. I don't have any, so I'm just going to plug it in. And stuff isn't too bad, though. Let's try to work it around in there. All right. Let me prime this thing. Test it. All right, now what I'm going to do is cycle the key to prime the pump. You just got to rotate the key. It says like 10 or 15 times. I probably don't need to go that much, but so you just turn it on without starting it. And the fuel pump runs for 3 seconds and then shuts off. So you just turn the ignition back off, turn it on and off. So I can hear it, so that's good. Make sure you're hitting the leaks back here. Everything looks good. All right, I'm going to check the fuel rail. Make sure I've got some pressure at the rail. All right, so I'm just going to hit this Schrader here real quick. Okay, I got pressure there. All right, sounds good. I'm going to put my gauge on it and see where I'm at. All right, I'm going to put my fitting. This is the Ford fitting for this fuel rail. Just going to screw that over the Schrader. Okay. Take my gauge, put my gauge on. All right, well, okay, so I was priming it. I tried to put the fuel pressure gauge on it, and of course, what a shocker. The gauge doesn't work. So I'm not getting any fuel pressure to the gauge. Got fuel pressure to the rail. Everything was fine. So I was like, well, all right, screw it. I'm just going to start it. I knew it was primed. I cracked the return line on the fuel rail, and fuel was coming out, no problem. So I knew the pump was primed, so I was safe to start it. Went ahead and started it, and I still got a miss. So, and now I can't check the fuel pressure to see if this new pump is making the right pressure that it needs to. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm a little frustrated right now by it. So, just one of those things, I guess. But yeah, I still got a little hesitation. I mean, I think it is running better. I have one of those stethoscope things, so I put that on. And I checked all the injectors. All the injectors are firing. One of them does sound a little bit different than the other, so maybe that's my issue. It is a little bit crisper, just revving it right here in the driveway and park. So I don't know. I'm gonna put the bed back on it, and I'm gonna go drive it and see if it's any different at all. So let's get this back together. All right, I think I got everything out of the way. Well, doesn't feel better, I can tell you already. No, same. It cleans up though. Once you roll into it, it cleans up. Stutter, stutter, miss, miss. Right about there, it cleans up. All right, guys. So it's a little bit later in the day. I was working on this thing, and man, I got frustrated. I could not get it running right. It just was not running right. It was missing. I was basically ready to give up on it. So for the afternoon, and then I gave it one more shot, and I thought, you know what? I just need to check the plugs and start over, see if there's anything going on inside the engine and whatnot with it. See if I can find something wrong. But so I ended up pulling out the plugs, and I found this. I'll go ahead and throw a picture up. So that was a big problem. And then I found out one of the plug wires was barely on too. So it was a spark issue. So I got that done and I fired it up. Man, it runs good now. So it rips. So took it around, drove it around a little bit, took it around the block, and went out and did a couple little burnouts with it and just ripped it a little bit just to test it out and see how it was, and it worked out pretty good. So yeah, a little frustrating, just one of those things. I was hoping I got everything and I didn't miss anything. I didn't take it apart, so I was just kind of hoping I put it back together correctly. Everything pretty much lays into place, so you kind of, it's all formed, vacuum lines and whatnot, so it kind of has to. But anyway, just frustrating. So one of those things about dealing with this stuff like that. But I got it. It runs good. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it. I need to get the AC done. I haven't decided what I want to do with it. If I want to keep that thing, or if I just want to sell it. And I've got another project, a big project coming up here soon, that I'm going to be starting and doing some series on. I hope to be a long series on it, so stay tuned for that. And I'm debating what I want to do with this Ranger, and then I've got another one that I ended up buying 2 vehicles from him, so I've got another one coming too. So stay tuned for that one as well, and another kind of a revive and drive thing as well. So, but anyway, so yeah. Let me know if you want to see more on this thing or not, and I'll figure out what I want to do with it. But I appreciate you watching. Thanks for your time. Have a great day.